And now, BillyCBoxing.com presents Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down with Billy C. Here he is, Billy C.
Thank you, Jeremy C. We're coming at you from the Billy C studio in Lake George, New York. I'm Bill Calogero, and it's time for BillyCBoxing.com's Professional Boxing's Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down for today, August 17th in the year 2012. We've got a couple ones today. That's it, just a couple. Thumbs up goes to the Georgia Boxing Commission. Why? Because they came down pretty damn hard on Giorbis Barthelemy for biting Grady Brewer on the neck. First of all, no purse. He was scheduled to make 9,000 big ones. No purse. They basically took his purse away, plus they fined him $1,000. And guess what? They suspended him for 10 years. He's 41 years old right now. You think he's going to come back? No. Career's over. I give a thumbs up to the Georgia State Athletic Commission because they look out for their fighters, they look out for the promoters, and they look out for boxing in general, unlike some other states that think who they are, like New York. But the bottom line is thumbs up goes to the Georgia State Athletic Commission for coming down hard and keeping boxing in their best interest and sportsmanship in their best interest. If you haven't seen the fight, you can check it out on BillyCBoxing.com. You can the easiest way to find it really is just look for the banners that say Wednesday night fights. There's one on the right-hand side of the screen. You scroll down a little bit, and then you can zip all the way to the bottom and see one as well. But I strongly suggest you watch it. 5 rounds. It was a decent fight, and the bite was unusual, that's for sure. And you clearly see it, plus the replays and everything else. So check that out. Thumbs up to the Georgia Boxing Commission. Thumbs up for Alexander Povetkin. Why? Because he's working with Costa-Zoo right now. And he gave a few subliminal digs towards Teddy Atlas at the press conference with he and the fraud, Hasim Rahman. Yes, they are fighting for Povetkin's belt. Now, we all know the story. Teddy Atlas took over training, and his first decision was to talk Alexander Povetkin out of fighting for the world title against Klitschko. Teddy said, my guy's not ready, and he passed up $1 million payday when, we all knew that he didn't have a chance against Klitschko, and I believe that Teddy Atlas was thinking about himself. He thought that he could mold Povetkin into a fighter that could possibly beat Klitschko, and then Teddy would get all the credit. Well, didn't work out that way, because Teddy worked with him for 3 years, didn't do anything for this kid, nothing. Got him a couple of tomato can wins, and quite honestly, I thought did nothing. Yes, he got him a shot at the belt, a vacant belt, a vacated belt, a belt that was basically vacated after David Haye lost to Klitschko. They decided to elevate Klitschko to super champion, which is just a fancy way of stripping you of the belt. And Povetkin ended up getting it in a fight. He subsequently got rid of Teddy Atlas, and now he's working with Costa-Zoo. The reason why I'm giving Alexander Povetkin a thumbs up is because I believe that he was giving Teddy Atlas a couple of digs when he said, now my conditioning is good. Now I have a good conditioning plan. Now with my new conditioning, I feel stronger. Bottom line, if he didn't feel strong with the old conditioning plan, that means Teddy Atlas either didn't include his in his training or didn't have a good one. So I give a thumbs up to Alexander Povetkin for giving Teddy a couple of little zings. And speaking of Teddy, I just want to add this. It's not a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but, I'm critical of Teddy Atlas on Friday Night Fights. I'm critical of him and his mannerisms. Sometimes he thinks who he is and all of this stuff. But you want to know the truth? And I said it on today's Talking Boxing with Billy C show. I think Teddy Atlas deserves to run our amateur program. I think that the USA Boxing Committee should immediately appoint or hire, however they do it, Teddy Atlas to run the program. I honestly believe that Teddy Atlas's strength is in the amateurs, and I'll tell you why. Teddy Atlas is a hub. He could be a hub. He's the kind of a guy, he's got the kind of personality that he wants to control everything. I used an analogy a couple of weeks ago with other sports like football. In college football, the coach is the hub. The players revolve around the coach. Why? Because the teams change rapidly every 4 years. Well, amateur boxing is the same, and pro boxing is the same as professional. In professional football, the coach gets fired. The players, because of money, they stick around. Well, pro boxing's the same. Some of these young blue chip fighters that have big signing bonuses and are worth a lot of money to the promoter. If they don't do well, the first person they get rid of is the trainer. In Teddy's case, he needs people that will make him the hub. He can't deal with not being the most important guy. Therefore, I think based on what he does know as an amateur coach, which I think he's a good one for amateur fights, I think that he would be the perfect candidate for our amateur program. I say, let's make Teddy Atlas run our USA Boxing. I guarantee he turns it around. I have that much faith in Teddy Atlas. So, just a little side note. I got 1 thumbs down. And who do you think it goes to? It goes to the WBC, yeah. Listen, the WBC, why am I giving them a thumbs down today? Because they're making a Nonito Donaire Nick Ashoka fight for their diamond belt. Now, here's the deal. Nick Ashoka had the belt, the regular WBC belt. In my opinion, this is the WBC's move of just ensuring that Nonito Donaire gets a shot at their belt. And here's why I'm saying this. If Nick Ashoka beats Donaire, now he's going to be the diamond-studded champion for the WBC. Not the regular old champion. That's been stripped. That belt will be vacated. Donaire, should he lose to Nick Ashoka, in my opinion, is somehow going to get a shot at that belt. And when he does, they're going to make Nick Ashoka wait around to get a shot at the rematch, because there is a rematch clause in this fight. Sound familiar? It should, because Sergio Martinez was the regular old WBC World Middleweight Champion, and the WBC wanted Chavez Jr. to have the belt. So what do? They so-called elevate Sergio Martinez to their super diamond-studded champion, and then made him wait 2 years to get a shot at the belt he already had. And they're doing it again. And this is the organization that tries to act like they're above boxing, and all they are is a black eye for this sport. Trust me. Thumbs down to the WBC. Hey, man, that concludes our thumbs up, thumbs down today for professional boxing. Make sure you tune in on Monday. Enjoy all the fights this weekend. Ciao, baby.